really gave us a big lift as far as the with 4 points in the second half and total of 5 points for Morgan, 4 points for Maja Hollowell. Hers coming in the first half. That was the scoring for the Lady Tigers. The Lady Maroons led by Cameron LaGrange with 24 points, 14 points for Lindsay Payton, 13 points for Courtney Payton, her twin sister. So, but an outstanding effort by the Lady Tigers tonight, and just what we need. We need another outstanding effort tomorrow night in Mayfield. The Lady Cardinals are a pretty tough first region team. And while we're at it, Dennis, we want to acknowledge a new sponsor tonight on the show. Princeton Drug has now been added to the list, and we're pleased to have them on board with us. And in the upcoming game here, again, Caldwell County could not handle the inside play in the first quarter of the big gun for Madisonville, Kayshawn Casey. And tonight, maybe we can thwart that a little bit and get after him with our really pressure defense that we've shown throughout the last 3 or 4 games.
Yeah, this is going to be a good one tonight. I do believe Caldwell County with a chance. Still a chance to take that #1 seed in the district, but it's got to be with a win tonight, or Caldwell County essentially will drop to a 2nd or 3rd seed and play Hopkins Central in the first round of the district. Big night here at the Cab. Crowd, pretty good sized crowd. You got the Crazies in full force tonight. You've even got college game day with the Crazies across the way, so it's going to be a good night there. We're looking for a great atmosphere tonight. This is the Goodwin Insurance pregame show. Goodwin Insurance is your locally owned independent insurance agency capable of handling all of your insurance needs, so give them a call today for a free quote.
Even the cheerleaders are dressed in uniform shirts. The tops are different than their bottom parts, and old jerseys, old this, old that.
Yeah, you see Yankees, Cardinals, Mets, a little bit of everything, Red Sox across the way, some old Tiger uniforms. I see just in front of the Tiger mascot, who is also here tonight. So it's going to be a fun time here at the Cab. Time now for starting lineups. And for those, I'll turn that over to Bob Hayes.
Thank you, Dennis. First for the Madisonville Maroons coming out is number 2, J.D. Gilbert. Number 3 being introduced is Kenny White. Number 5 is Keyshawn Stone. Number 14, Cade Cunningham. And the big guy in the middle, number 50, Keyshawn Casey. Those are your 5 Maroon starters for the Caldwell County Tigers. First out for the Tigers is Darren Boyd. Number 5, Jamarius Blaine coming out. Number 20 being introduced to the crowd, John Davis. And number 22, Caden Fralix coming out. And the 5th starter for the Tigers tonight, number 42, the big man in the middle, Cole Smiley. Remind you that the first quarter is being brought to you by Cozy Living, Interiors and Boutique, located next to the bowling alley. Stop in and see Pam. See the discounts, see all the new clothes arriving, all the new furniture, baby furniture, gifts and registry. Stop in and see Jake, the store mascot, Cozy Living, everything a home should be. Referees are now moving to the center jump circle. And for the call here, my partner, Dennis Stevens.
Thank you, Bob. Tip-offs are brought to you by Farless Realty. We're going to try to redo this one. Big Kayshawn Casey jumps for Madisonville against Darren Boyd. Tip controlled by Caldwell County as they get it to Smiley. Smiley's going to give it over to Blaine. Caldwell County is going to take the offense over against man pressure. John Davis on the wing. Goes off the pick from Fralix. Back to Smiley. Smiley, top of the key, well away from the basket. Over to Blaine. Darren Boyd had a cut and was looking for the pass, slipped in front of the Madisonville bench. Turnover gives it to the Maroons. Just underway here in the first quarter. Madisonville comes in to tonight's game at 17-5. Caldwell County at 14-7. Caldwell County man-to-man defensively. They work it inside, back out to number 3. That's White. White over to Cunningham, down to Casey. Casey tied up underneath, gets it back, now back to Smiley. Outlet pass, length of the court. Davis tracks it down, tries to save it. Pass led him too much, he goes out of bounds, and it'll be Maroon basketball. Both teams a little bit tight here in the opening seconds. A lot on the line tonight. Caldwell County looks like they're going to go 2-3 zone. Davis with the quick hands momentarily deflects it from Gilbert. Now Madisonville works it into the corner. Drive along the baseline is picked off on the pass back out to Casey. John Davis with the steal, cutting Fralix on the baseline. Great pass. Fralix up and in for the bucket. 2-0 Caldwell County. Stone with the ball at the point for Madisonville. Gets it over to Cunningham. Cunningham to Gilbert. Caldwell County rotates the zone around. Back to Stone. Stone finds a spot. Top of the key. Shot up. No good. Loose ball is picked up by Big Casey. He's able to put it back in on the rebound, and we're tied at 2. Madisonville undefeated in the district. Caldwell County looking to pick up a big win and go a long way towards trying to secure a number 1 seed themselves. Tigers tried to go baseline on the cut to Boyd. That one's picked off by Madisonville. Turnover gives it back to the Maroons. Kick ball by Jamarius Blaine. Bob, these are the nights you love to be in the gym on a Friday night district game, big crowd.
Huge crowd here tonight. Maybe a Wine County size crowd.
Caldwell County, like we said, 2-3 zone. They work it over to Gilbert. Gilbert's going to come off the left wing, back out front to Cunningham. Right wing now to Stone. Stone drives just inside the three-point line, no good. Rebound Smiley, gets it over to Fralix. Fralix pushes it up the court, drives into the lane, goes to put the shot up, gives up a lot of size on Casey. He'll bring it back out to Blaine. Blaine pulls his dribble up, gets it to Boyd. Caldwell County, one of the premier shooting teams in the whole region, first in several categories. Boyd takes it to the hole, misses a shot, gets his own rebound, back out to Smiley. He'll try a 3, no good. Boyd had the rebound, had it knocked away underneath. And Madisonville comes back with Kenny White. White's going to try a 3. Top of the key, no good. Smiley, another big rebound, gets it over to Boyd. Just about 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Shot no good out front. Casey with the rebound. Hands it off to Stone. Stone over to White, back to Stone, into the corner to Cunningham. Got away with a walk, drives baseline, loses it on the baseline. And it'll go out of bounds to Caldwell County. Tigers bring it up with Boyd. 4:35 to go in the first. Smiley's going to come out with the high pick. Underneath pass to Fralix. Fralix has it go off his fingertips. And that gives it back to the Maroons.
So far here, Dennis, 4 turnovers for the Tigers and 3 for Madisonville in a 2-2 game.
Caldwell County stays in the 2-3 zone. Cunningham in the corner to White, back out to Stone. Now Cunningham left wing just in front of the Crazies. Over to Gilbert. He'll try a 3, good. J.D. Gilbert for Madisonville with the 3, and it's 5-2 Madisonville. Caldwell tries to go down low to Smiley, get it back out to Boyd. Boyd dumps it off to Smiley, but a foul on the play before the shot. I think it's going to be on big Keyshawn Casey. His first, team first. Fralix to inbound. They get it up to Boyd. Short jumper, up and good. Darian Boyd in the books. 5-4 Madisonville. It's Stone out front to White. White's a pretty tall kid playing the shooting guard position for Madisonville. Cunningham's going to take it on the deflection out of bounds just in front of Caldwell's bench. Gets it into Stone. Stone looks over the zone to Gilbert. Back out to Cunningham. Into the corner to White. Good front from Smiley on Casey. Weak side help comes up as they get it into Casey, but Casey able to go up over Fralix for the bucket. 7-4 Madisonville. Bob, Casey's a good player. His boy drives the lane up and in. Casey's a good player. Caldwell County's going to have to double him at times tonight.
They're going to have to in front of him and be behind him.
Tie up on the play as Davis and Stone go at it just a little bit. Referees conferring out front to see who the foul was going to be on. And the foul is going to go on John Davis. But Davis, even though he picked up a foul, maybe setting a tone about driving inside on the Tigers tonight, trying to get through that zone.
He's a tough kid.
Pass comes out to White. Kenny White guarded out front by Blaine. Madisonville skip pass into the corner. They'll bring it back out. Now back into the corner to Gilbert. He'll try another three. No good. Davis with the rebound. Davis brings it up. Madisonville's going to stay man-to-man. Smiley goes 6'4". I don't know what Casey is listed at. Inside to Smiley. Puts a shot up and in over Casey. Nice job. Cole Smiley with the bucket. Caldwell out in front, 8-7. Cunningham loose in the corner, no good. Rebound to Smiley. That's at least 3 rebounds in the quarter for Smiley. Boyd drives the lane, shot up, no good. But Darien will go to the line for a couple of Lake Barkley cross-fit free throws. What do you think Casey goes, Bob? At least 6'7"?
6'8", I think.
6'8",
and maybe 6'9".
Boyd's free throw, good. Enhancing athletic performance locally since 2014. That's Lake Barkley CrossFit. Checking in for Madisonville's number 32, Jordan Vaughn, as Casey will get a break. Second free throw, good. Caldwell's biggest lead of the night at 10-7. 2:18 left to go in the first quarter. Madisonville brings it up with Stone. Caldwell's going to stay in that 2-3 zone. They'll come way out on it. They're not going to give Madisonville anything way open out front. Stone with it now, top of the key to Cunningham. Back to Stone, shot up, no good. Trip Branch went up for the rebound, missed it. White got the rebound, tried to feed it underneath to number 32, Vaughn, and throws it out of bounds off of Vaughn's fingertips. It'll go back to Caldwell County. Out front, it's going to be Stone and Davis. That's going to be a good matchup to watch all night. Davis brings it on the wing. Smiley trying to post up Vaughn. Out to Fralix. Fralix thought about the 3, drives, puts a shot up off the board. Farmer's bank shot, Caden Fralix. Caldwell out in front by 5. Madisonville back the other way. Stone into the corner to Gilbert, back to Stone. Stone to White, wants to drive, puts a shot up off the board, no good. Rebound comes down to Gilbert, back out to Cunningham. Cunningham to Stone. Bucket is good, 2-point shot by Stone. And Madisonville back within 3. Davis across the timeline, looks underneath. Ball tipped away, looking for Blaine, knocked out of bounds by Cunningham. As we mentioned, Trip Branch into the ball game, also getting his first action tonight is number 11, Jude East. As Smiley will get a rest, John Davis out of the game as Boyd is back in. Blaine to inbound on the side. Waiting for a little uniform work done by Madisonville. Number 23, Marquise Parker in for the Maroons. Good pick out front. They get it down in the corner to Blaine. Misses a shot. Jude East high for the rebound. Goes up, has it knocked away, but they're going to say it was off of East. And it'll give it over to Madisonville.
Nice rebound by Jude.
Caldwell stays in the 2-3 zone. You've got Branch and Blaine out front of the zone. East now covering the middle while Vaughn's in the game. I don't think Smiley's rest will last any longer than Casey getting up off the bench.
Yeah, the end of the quarter, I'm sure.
30 seconds on the clock. Madisonville works it around. That's number 23, Parker. Parker to Gilbert, back to Parker to Stone. Stone spins, shot or pass in the lane over to Vaughn. Vaughn's going to get called. Did they get him for a charge
for
or a
walking?
travel?
For walking.
No, they got him with an offensive foul.
Oh,
yeah. So Vaughn with his first foul, third on the team. And Caldwell has 16 seconds.
Well, he also walked too, Dennis.
Yeah, he did. He could kind of flip a coin on what to call him for. It was going Caldwell County's way either way. Boyd off the pick out front. Spin move into the lane. Jump shot over to East with the bucket up and in. Desperation shot to end the quarter. No good by Madisonville. After 1 quarter of play, very quick quarter. It's Caldwell County 14, Madisonville 9. Back in 30 seconds, you're listening to Tiger Basketball on 1580, 103.3, WPKY, and worldwide at WPKYonline.com.
Sound like.
Morning, Al.
Next stop, 32nd Street.
Welcome to McDonald's.
Hi, can I get an Egg McMuffin, please? Here's to making your morning routine a little better with a delicious breakfast from McDonald's.
Back to Tiger Sports on 1580, 103.3 WPKY and worldwide at WPKYonline.com.
And we're back here at the Cab through 1 quarter of play tonight. Caldwell County now holding a 14-9 lead over the Maroons. And Dennis, looking across the way, I'd say the Lord home side probably 95% full in the bottom part and probably 50% in the upper part.
Yeah, then you've got the band here. And pretty good little crowd behind us. Madisonville's lower section pretty much full. So a great crowd here for this game between the Maroons and the Tigers.
And here the call for the second quarter, Dennis Stevens.
Thank you, Bob. Back in is John Davis. He's at the top of that zone along with Blaine. Madisonville works around. Blaine really comes out on Gilbert. In the lane, shot up and no good. Pulled away on a great defensive play by Trip Branch. Gets it over to Boyd. Boyd drives the lane, dishes off to Smiley. Blocked from behind. Ball loose on the floor. Frantic action. And Smiley, Bob, I thought he had a little bit of, more than a little bit of contact behind him on that one.
There was contact.
Vaughn's going to come out after subbing in for Casey for just a little bit. Foul is going to be called on number 23, Parker. Branch tries to get the pass back out to Davis, off of Davis's fingertips and out of bounds. It'll go back to the Maroons. 7:30 left in the second quarter. Stone out front. Gets it down to White. Back to Stone to Gilbert. They'll work it around the top. Try the lob to White off the side of the rim. No good. They had the alley-oop. White just unable to convert. Back the other way is Boyd. Gets his own rebound up. No good off the front of the rim. And it's going to be White for Madisonville. Dishes all the way down underneath. Up and in is number 23, Parker. Madisonville basically got behind the Caldwell defense, put up the easy buckets, 14-11. Caldwell County still with the lead. Davis pulls up his dribble way out front, gets it down to Blaine. Blaine goes off a Smiley pick out to Branch. Branch over to Davis. Davis sees some clearance, pulls up for a short jumper, no good. Ball loose on the floor. Madisonville picks it up, and John Davis is just going to get called for a foul for being in the wrong spot at the wrong time. Got caught in traffic, and body contact on Davis. We'll put the foul on him. Only the second on Caldwell County. Both of those, though, are on Davis at this point. Fralix is going to come out, and Davis will go to the bench. That'll move Branch to the top of the 2-3 zone with Blaine. Boyd, Smiley, and Fralix. The other one's on the floor for the Tigers. Gilbert to Parker, back to Gilbert. Cunningham in low to Casey. Casey, they're saying, is going to get pushed. Take a pretty good push to move Casey, and I'm not sure he got that much of a push. Foul is going to be called on number 42, Cole Smiley. Madisonville inbounds the play all the way back out near midcourt. They get it into Casey. Goes up, a little finger roll, no good. Ball loose, tip, rebounded finally by Boyd. Boyd to Blaine, thought about the three. He's going to dribble it back out. Ball loose on the floor, picked up by Madisonville. Numbers for the Maroons. It's Cunningham with the layup up and in. 1 point ball game, just under 6 minutes to go in the first half. Trip Branch is going to run the point for Caldwell County against White. Branch looks it over, gets it to Boyd. Boyd shakes his guy underneath to Blaine. Too much of a pass for Blaine to handle, and it goes out of bounds. And Bob, I kind of like to see Darian go ahead and go up with that when he had the clear shot. Good jump stop from about 10 feet.
I'm not sure that Jamarius would have had a better shot than what Darren had.
So Darius Riley's going to check in. Blaine's going to get a little bit of a rest. And Madisonville will come down with a chance to take the lead. Caldwell County 2-3 zone. Trying to keep a front on Casey at all times. It's going to be a shot from the free throw line up and in by Keyshawn Stone. And Madisonville's back out in front, 15-14. 6-0 run by Madisonville. Boyd drives the left side of the lane, puts the shot up. It's blocked, but he'll go to the free throw line for a couple of Lake Barkley CrossFit free throws. Well, they're going to call that one on the floor?
Apparently so.
Wow. Caldwell inbounds, gets it out to Riley. Riley spins, gets it to Branch for three. No good. High rebound comes down to Boyd. Boyd's going to be fouled on the rebound. Foul starting to pile up on Madisonville just a little bit. Parker with his second. No, they're going to get that one on number 5, Stone. His second 16 foul. It's going to be a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here, Johnny. Timeouts are brought to you by Russo Law. Russo Law is located in downtown Princeton and ready to serve all of your legal needs. 5:01 to go in the first half. Caldwell trails Madisonville 15-14. Bob Caldwell is going to be in the 1-1 the rest of the way.
2 fouls each on Keyshawn Stone and Marquise Parker for the Maroons. Caldwell County only with 3. 2 of those belonging to John Davis.
Davis is going to stay on the bench out of the timeout. You kind of expect him maybe not to be back in the rest of this first half, depending on what Caldwell County does. Tigers will take it out of bounds. It'll be Fralix to inbound it for the Tigers. Gets it in to Branch. Thought about the 3. Branch has got a very tall player guarding him tonight. It's going to be a little tougher to get the 3 up. Caldwell works it inside to Smiley. Able to save it back to Riley. Over to Fralix. Fralix has it knocked away by Cunningham out of bounds on number 14 for North. It'll stay Tiger basketball, but if you take it inside, you better have a grip or be ready to shoot because arms are flailing underneath here. Vaughn back in. Boyd, inbounds play from the corner. 3 from the corner. Goodwin Insurance, 3-pointer. Darian Boyd. Caldwell County back out in front by 2, 17-15. White has it now left wing to Vaughn. Vaughn cross-court pass to Cunningham. Cunningham goes up for the shot, up and in. Ties it up at 17. Boyd back the other way. Into the corner, it's Riley. 3-pointer's good. Goodwin Insurance 3. Darius Riley. Madisonville wants a timeout. It's going to be a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it right here. Timeouts, of course, brought to you by our friends at Russo Law. Russo Law is located in downtown Princeton and ready to serve all of your legal needs. The band getting into it tonight. The Crazies going in full force. And Caldwell County midway through the second quarter with a 3-point lead at 20-17. Coach K has them in the huddle drawing up what he would like to do, Bob. If Caldwell County can stay either up during the rest of this half or maybe not down by more than a bucket or two, I think they'll save John Davis for that second half instead of taking a chance, because action is very fast out here.
Right, definitely. John doesn't need the third foul there in the first half.
Caldwell County makes Madisonville push it to the wing to White. White back out to Gilbert. They want to get it into Casey. He's swarmed as soon as he got it, had to give it back out to White. Back to Stone to Cunningham. Now they get it into Casey. Wants to drive on the block. Shot up, no good. Rebound comes down to Smiley. I think they're going to call a foul underneath on Vaughn. I think that's what he signaled.
I think 32. You're right.
That is the second foul on Vaughn. And Caldwell County will go to the other end for a 1-and-1. 17 foul on Madisonville. Only 3 so far on the Tigers. After a little sloppy early play by both squads, turnovers have settled down some. And it's a physical game inside. If you want an uncontested shot, you better be outside and a pretty good ways outside.
I thought Darren was the one that got fouled.
I did too. Smiley's at the line. Shot up, no good. Rebound comes down to number 24 into the game, Christian Fields for Madisonville. It's Cunningham over to White. Back to Cunningham. Drives the lane, puts up an 8-footer off the board. Good. Lead back down to 1 for the Tigers. Boyd will walk this one up. 3:30 to go in the first half. Boyd down low to Smiley. Smiley backs in Casey. Back out to Branch. And they're going to call it off. 3 seconds in the lane for Caldwell County. Branch had the open look, but Caldwell County didn't clear the lane. So the turnover gives it back to the Maroons, who trail by 1. Gilbert up to White, back to Gilbert, top of the key. Caldwell County's gone 3-2 zone. Into the corner to Cunningham. Good job by Smiley to make him alter that pass into Casey. Pass goes out of bounds off the fingertips of Casey. Turnover back to the Tigers. Boyd brings it up left wing. Directs Fralix to go down low. Gets it back out to Branch to Fralix. Fralix wanted the baseline, spins around, gets it into Smiley. Smiley has it knocked loose, ball on the floor. Rolls back to Fralix. Fralix puts a shot up against Casey, no good. But Fralix is going to go to the line. I think that's the second foul on Casey.
It is the second foul.
So 2 on the big man for Madisonville. Caden Fralix at the line for Lake Barkley CrossFit free throws. Misses the first, uncharacteristic of Fralix. One of the better free throw shooters in the whole region. Second one up and good. 2-point lead for the Tigers at 21-19. 3-2 zone now. They've moved Smiley well out. Shot by White. Free throw line high. No good. Didn't hit anything, I don't think. Hit the board back down to Caldwell County. Caldwell back up to Riley. Riley goes amongst the trees, up and in with a circus shot, splitting a couple of players. And a Darius Riley will go to the line, try to cap a 3-point play.
Darius looking like Dr. J on that.
I may have to watch the replay of this one just to check that shot out. Great job of Darius Riley.
How did that get in there?
Split a couple of players and somehow found the bucket. 23-19, free throw up and good. Just fitting that he hit that to cap that one off. 24-19, Caldwell County with the 5-point lead. Madisonville works it around top of the key. They'll drive the lane. I think the foul is going to be on the floor on Gilbert. We'll see where they get that on for the Tigers. It'll be out of bounds to Madisonville. Fouls on East back into the ball game. The Maroons look to play it in. They get it all the way out. Top of the key to Cunningham. Over to number 11, DeJuan Johnson. Back to Cunningham to White. Cunningham over to Johnson now. Johnson drives the lane, running one-hander up over Smile, over East is good. Boyd doesn't waste any time, back the other way. Layup up and in, coast to coast, Darian Boyd. 26-21 Tigers. Top of the key to White. Running left-hander up, no good. Foul is called, though, on Caldwell County as White will go to the free throw line for a couple. I think Trip Branch is going to be called for that one. 15 foul for the Tigers. Puts Kenny White at the line. First one rolls off, no good. 26-21, Caldwell County, a minute 45 to go in the first half.
Madisonville's first free throw attempt tonight and a miss.
Second shot, good. Madisonville's going to bring the pressure after the make, full court. 1-2-1-1 trap. Boyd lobs it over to Fralix. Fralix looks up the court, back over to Boyd. Boyd to Branch. Branch wanted Riley underneath, picked off by Madisonville, quickly the other way, wide in the corner. Underneath, they were looking for number 24, Christian Fields, knocked out of bounds by Jude East. Caldwell County did a good job breaking that press, Bob. Had a good play. I don't think Tripp realized how open he was, maybe turn around and just drive that lane with it. Blaine's going to come back in for Branch. Small lineup on the court now. By far the biggest player is East for Caldwell County. Madisonville gets it in the Fields to Cunningham. Back to the corner to Gilbert. Cunningham over to White. White trying to assert himself a little bit. Underneath the Fields, puts a shot up, rushed it, no good. Rebound comes down to Blaine. Blaine out to Boyd. He'll try a three, left wing, no good. Rebound to Gilbert. Gilbert's going to push it back for Madisonville. Drives the lane, dips it off underneath to number 11, Johnson. He's up with the bucket. A minute left to go in the first half. 26-24, Caldwell County. Madisonville back with the press. Boyd breaks it across the timeline. Into the corner to East. East, left alone, goes up for the shot. Fields came back out to cover him. East got the ball on the baseline. Madisonville turned away from him like he was going to pass it. He drove in. It was Fields coming back down trying to block the shot in a recovery mode. But he fouls East. East at the free throw line. First one off the back of the rim, no good. He'll get another Lake Barkley CrossFit free throw. Second shot on its way. No good. Rebound down to number 3. That's Kenny White. Over to Gilbert. Back to White. White's going to drive the lane, looking to go against East. Puts the shot up and in. And I think East is going to be called for the foul on it. They're going to count the bucket. Foul is on Jude East. So Madisonville with a chance to take the lead with the free throw. This one up and in. Madisonville back out in front now by 1, 27-26. East will come to the bench and Cole Smiley back in. Branch is going to come in also for Caldwell County. And he'll pull out a Darius Riley. Bob, we got to remember to watch that replay. Check out that shot by Riley. That's going to be phenomenal to see. Fralix gets it in to Blaine. Blaine double teamed in the corner, has it stolen away. Ball still loose on the floor. Madisonville 3-on-1. And it's going to be called off. Foul's going to be on the floor. We'll see who this one's on. Branch is going to get called for going across the wrist. 17 foul on the Tigers. That'll put Cunningham at the line for 1-and-1. Free throw good. First foul on Branch, but 7th on Caldwell. 10 fouls on Madisonville. Second shot rolls out, no good. Ball's tipped out of bounds by Madisonville's number 11, Johnson. And they're going to say he went over the back of Boyd instead of just out of bounds. Caldwell County will get 2 free throws. You feel the officiating trying to ratchet up just a little bit here late in the first half. Boyd to the free throw line, shot good. 2 Lake Barkley CrossFit free throws for Darian Boyd. And he'll look to tie it with 29 seconds left to go in the first half. Second shot, good. Tied up at 28. Kenny White brings it up for Madisonville. White's really tried to assert himself, probably, the last 3 or 4 minutes, Bob, taking it on his shoulders a little bit more, especially with Casey out of the ball game. Madisonville's going to go for the last shot. 8 seconds on the clock. Back to White. White spins, cut off, dumps it off. Shot no good. Boyd with the rebound. 2 seconds left, and he gets fouled on the sideline. So with 9/10 of a second left, Darian Boyd will go to the free throw line.
I don't know why the Madisonville coach is protesting. The kid should have just let him go on past him.
Yeah, he was going to have to launch one from half court, but they tried to double team him at half court. Foul got called as Boyd pushed out of bounds.
Not an intelligent basketball play by Madisonville.
So Boyd at the line. Good Lake Barkley CrossFit free throws here for Darian Boyd. It's send Caldwell County to the lead at the half. 29-28, second shot, good. 9/10 of a second, White not even going to try the shot. And after 1 half of play, it's Caldwell County with the 2-point lead. The Tigers 30, the Maroons 28. We'll be back with the Farless Realty halftime report coming your way in 3 minutes. This is Tiger Basketball on 1580, 103.3 WPKY, and worldwide at WPKYonline.com.
Here's a reminder from your Princeton Electric Plant Board. Meter tampering is dangerous. Tampering with an electric meter is not only dangerous, it is dishonest and against the law. Stealing electricity by tampering with an electric meter may result in your arrest and can even risk your life. Tampering with meters results in increased utility bills that everyone has to pay. If you see anyone tampering with an electric meter, call the Princeton Electric Plant Board right away at 270-365-2031. Princeton Electric Plant Board, Princeton's #1 energy source.
On this episode of the world's shortest sitcom by KFC. Like I always say, it's the inside that counts. Like what's inside my new KFC 10-piece chicken feast. It's 10 pieces of chicken, 2 large mashed potatoes, and 4 biscuits for $19.99. Get more meal for the family for under $20. That's what really matters. It's pretty incredible what chicken can teach you about life. Anyways, KFC is really looking good. At participating KFCs, prices may vary. Tax and substitution.
The Caldwell Medical Associates Family Practice Clinic, formerly the Cash Family Practice, is extending its operating hours to better accommodate your busy schedule. They're now open from 8 a.m. till 6 p.m. Monday through Friday. If you've been putting off a doctor's visit or you're overdue for a checkup, make an appointment today by calling 270-365-1225. That's 270-365-1225. Make them your choice for better quality health care right here at home.
Get into shape and feel good at Trilogy Performance Sports in Princeton. Trilogy offers a wide range of classes to help you reach your fitness and well-being goals, like yoga, gymnastics, sports training, team training, cardio, kickboxing, and weightlifting. They have family discounts, and your first class is free. So come work out in a family-friendly environment at Trilogy Performance Sports, located directly behind Cash Express in Princeton. Open 5 a.m. to 9 p.m. 7 days a week. Be better than you used to be at Trilogy Performance Sports Princeton. Telephone 270-601-1824.
Did you know you could be eligible for a rebate when you install a new propane water heater, a new propane range or cooktop, or a propane clothes dryer? You can even get a rebate for installing or replacing a water heater or your primary heating system. This great opportunity is made possible by the Kentucky Propane Education and Research Council, available to Kentucky residents only. There are specific guidelines and requirements, and funds are dispersed on a first-come, first-served basis. Contact Fortner Gas Princeton for details. 270-365-5545.
For authentic Mexican cuisine, head to La Pontesina Mexican Restaurant in Princeton or Marion. Maria's specials are a local favorite you're sure to love. Or you might want to try the new street tacos. Tacos de asada, tacos de carnita, or tacos de chorizo. La Pontesina is now open 7 days a week, Monday through Thursday, 11 to 9, Friday and Saturday, 11 to 9:30, and Sundays, 11 to 9. And they offer lunch specials Monday through Friday, 11 to 3. Be sure to like them on Facebook for updates and specials. La Pontesina Mexican Restaurant in Princeton or Marion.
Introducing the all-new 1500 Ram Crew Cab with groundbreaking exterior styling, uncompromising luxury, and safety in numbers. The new Ram has available active level 4-corner air suspension for the best ride in the truck market. Best-in-class rear legroom, in-floor storage, and the industry-exclusive Ram Box. The pickup bed with built-in toolboxes. When you push the start button and you hear that 5.7 Hemi come to life, you'll know then which truck you'll buy. The all-new Ram. See it now at Trice Hughes in Princeton, your Chrysler Dodge Ram dealer.
The teams are in the locker room preparing for the second half. It's time for the Caldwell County Halftime Show on 1580, 103.3 WPKY, and worldwide at WPKYonline.com.
And we are back with the Farless Realty Halftime Report. Are you ready to sell your home? Call Farless Realty and let a realtor sell it for you. Ready to buy a home? Don't waste precious time. Farless Realty can help, and interest rates are still reasonably low. They'll work hard to find you a home that fits you, your family, and your budget. So contact Farless Realty at 270-365-5058 or stop by at 323 South Jefferson Street in Princeton. You can also check out all the good listings on Facebook and at farlessrealty.com. At the half, it's Caldwell County leading Madisonville 30-28 on 2 free throws with 9/10 of a second left by Darian Boyd. Big night for the Tigers as they look to give Madisonville their first district loss. Bob, you have all the first half stats on a good start by the Tigers.
A great start here. By halftime, Caldwell County leading over Madisonville 30-28. I think before in Madisonville we were down 19 or 20 at half. Dennis in the game over in Madisonville, but Tigers have really turned up 2 or 3 notches here in the last couple of weeks, playing well defensively, only giving up 28 points in the first half. For the Tigers tonight, led in the scoring in the first half by Darian Boyd with 15 points. He has 3 2-pointers, 1 3-point, and 6 out of 6 from the free throw line for his 15. 6 points for Darius Riley on a 1 field goal, 2-point, 1 3-point field goal, and 1 out of 1 from the charity stripe on that acrobatic Dr. J move that produced a 3-point play. 6 points for Adarius, 5 points for Caden Fralix on 2 field goals, 1 out of 2 at the stripe, and 2 points each for June Eves on a field goal and 2 points from Cole Smiley on a field goal. Total of 30 points here in the first half. Playing in the first half, not scoring, were Jamarius Blaine, Trent Branch, and John Davis. Davis and East and Branch each have 2 fouls, 1 by Cole Smiley. The Tigers were 8 out of 12 from the stripe in the first half, and for Madisonville, led by Cade Cunningham with 7 points. 3 2-pointers, 1 out of 2 from the stripe. Then 4 players have 4 points each. Keyshawn Casey, the big man in the middle, has 4 points on 2 field goals. 4 points for Kenny White on 1 field goal, 2 out of 3 from the free throw line. 4 points for Keyshawn Stone on 2 field goals. 4 points for Devon Johnson on 2 field goals. And 2 points for Marquise Parker on a field goal, and 3 points by J.D. Gilbert on a 3-point. Madisonville-North with only 1 3-pointer here in the first half. Madisonville 3 out of 5 from the free throw line, committing 12 fouls in the first half to the Tigers 7. Madisonville with 6 turnovers in the first half. Caldwell County, as I mentioned, 11. I wish we had some of those turnovers back. So the possibility that we could have scored. We need all the possessions we can get, productive possessions.
Bob, Caldwell County came out in the first half, had a lot of turnovers starting out, but that's the bad part. The turnovers were, I think one of the best parts Caldwell County did was defensively. What was Casey, did you say 4 points in the first half? Great job between Smiley, between East. Had some backside help from Fralix. I think Caldwell County did a great job on Casey. It was Kenny Kenny White, yes, that actually took it on his shoulders a little bit late in the first half.
And then we let Cade Cunningham, who hurt us from the 3-point line,
And we're getting a little talk from the officials wanting to verify the foul situation on and 2 on him. Checking the foul situation, Bob. It's kind of a rarity to come up right in the middle of a halftime show. I'm not sure.
Is that one of the coaches or a spectator?
I think that's one of the
coaches.
The official scorer for Madisonville.
Okay.
Came up checking his books against ours. So.
Well, he knew the right place to come.
That's right. Yeah, he came to us, and you gave him all the answers he needed. So, Caldwell County doing a good job. What I was getting at was on Casey. He really wore Caldwell County out in that first game, but done a good job on him. And we've eliminated a lot of outside shooting by Cunningham. He hasn't had a night to remember so far. So, defensively, I like the Tigers. Offensively, we didn't really look for an explosion because Madisonville has a lot of size. It's going to be mainly outside shooting for Caldwell unless you really work the ball around. So I like how this one's going so far by the Tigers as we lead 30-28 here at the half.
In spite of the turnovers, Dennis, we still hold a 2-point lead here. So you got to like our position, obviously, right now. And we're about 37 seconds away from tipping it off in the third quarter. The third quarter will be brought to you by Cozy Living Interiors and Boutique. Go and stop and see Pam and see what kind of discounts, what kind of specials she's running in the month of now February. Beautiful furniture and baby furniture, clothing arriving daily, furniture arriving daily. Stop in and meet Jake, the store mascot. Cozy Living, everything a home should be. And Caldwell County will get possession to start the third quarter here. And for the call in the third quarter, my buddy Dennis Stevens.
Thank you, Bob. Starter is back on the court for Caldwell County as they'll take over with a 2-point lead. Don't forget you can check out interviews with the coaches, photos, and stories on yoursportsedge.com. Caldwell County inbounds it to Boyd. It's Boyd against Gilbert.
They still remain in their man-to-man defense.
Boyd drives the lane, has it blocked, picked back up by Smiley. He has it blocked. Smiley goes to the floor. We'll see if Cole gets a couple of free throws out of it.
They're going to get the big guy.
Did they get Casey on that? Is that his third?
third?
So exactly what Caldwell County would like to happen. That is the third on big Kayshawn Casey. Smiley at the line. Free throw good. Lake Barkley CrossFit free throws right out of the gate for Cole Smiley.
And that was big and huge. Good for his confidence, too.
Second free throw in the air. Gets the home roll on that one, up and in. 32-28 Tigers. Just underway here in the second half. Keyshawn Stone has it for Madisonville. Caldwell County 2-3 zone. They're going to front Casey the whole time. They get it to White, right wing, into the corner to Gilbert. Underneath to Casey. He goes up for the shot, no good. Skying for the rebound is going to be Blaine. Boyd the other way. Out to Fralix, turned down the three. 15-foot jumper, good at the free throw line. Caden Fralix. Caldwell County out of the gates well, 34-28. White goes up for the layup, no good. I thought he was going to jump over Caden Fralix on the drive.
I don't know whether the foul was on the shot or whether it was on the rebound or what.
Had to be on the rebound. They're going to take it out of bounds, I guess. Foul is on Boyd, his first, team first in the half. Great job by Smiley to front Casey on that. Three from the corner, well short. Boyd out front to Blaine. Blaine up off the board. Caldwell County's Boyd could have passed it to one of three Tigers who got back behind the defense.
Basic 3-on-9 fast break then.
Inside to Casey. Got away on that one. Puts it up and in. 36-30 Caldwell County. First points of the second half for Madisonville. Boyd goes off a Smiley screen. Gets it over to Davis. Davis back on the floor. Missed a lot of the second quarter after he picked up that second foul. Fralix runs the weave out front. Pulls his dribble up. Back to Boyd. Underneath to Smiley. Smiley wanted the drop step. Ball knocked away. Came down to the hands of Blaine.
Actually, Cunningham.
And Jamarius Blaine gets fouled by Cunningham. I think Blaine's checking for blood or maybe even a tooth. Ball's going to be taken out on the side. Boyd puts it in play, gets it up to Davis. Davis drives, back tipped out by number 5, Stone. It'll stay Tiger basketball with 6:13 to go in the third quarter. Long way to go in this one, but Caldwell County playing really well tonight, as did the girls. In the corner, it's Smiley with the shot, no good. White with the rebound. And who does that called on?
I think they got John.
Davis picks up his third way away from the basket, length of the court. So far a forgettable night for John Davis. He'll go take a seat on the bench where he spent most of the second quarter. Third foul early in the third. 6 minutes to go as Caldwell County leads this one 36-30. Three-point attempt left wing, no good. Long rebound comes down to Casey. Dips it underneath to White. White goes up and puts it in, and he'll go to the line with a chance for a three-point play. Foul's called a lot closer here to start the second half. White at the line, free throw. Bounces up, bounces, no good. It's going to be saved in bounds.
Pick it up.
And ball still loose on the floor. And I don't know how Madisonville got the timeout without possession, but somehow they gave them the timeout. It's going to be a 30-second timeout. Bob, just plainly a lack of hustle on Caldwell County as far as that ball was rolling between a couple of players.
4 players could have picked it up.
And you've got to, in a game like this, you've got to be like the girls and what Coach Thomas talked about, players on the floor diving for loose balls, and that kept them in it. So Caldwell County missed an opportunity there on the missed free throw. Madisonville called the timeout, even though it didn't look like any of the players really had it in their grasp. Referee ran down the sideline signaling timeout, so the Maroons will keep possession. They'll run off the elbow, get it out to Cunningham. Cunningham to White, into the corner to Gilbert, back out to White. Far side to Stone. Cunningham back to White, underneath to Gilbert, shot up and in. Good job by Madisonville to work the ball around. And the Maroons are back within 2 at 36-34. Boyd brings it up against Gilbert. Over to Branch. Branch has it right wing. Flash Smiley across and instead gets it to Blaine at the free throw line. Out to Fralix. Fralix wanted to drive, spin move, back out to Branch. Has it blocked out of bounds by White. White, a tall, quick kid.
I think he's probably 6'5" or 6'6" himself.
Into Branch. Branch goes baseline. Has it knocked away. It's going to be deflected, stays Caldwell County basketball. And the Tigers will take it out of bounds just in front of the Caldwell Crazies, who are out in numbers tonight. Fralix to inbound for the Tigers. Gets it into Boyd. 5 minutes to go in the third. Boyd goes off a screen. Finds a seam. Puts a shot up. Has it blocked. It's going to be Branch committing the foul on Casey. Tried to go around for the tap away. And instead commits the foul, so it's going to be Madisonville basketball. Foul is the second on Branch. 4 fouls, though, already in the quarter, Bob, on Caldwell County. Madisonville takes it into the corner to Gilbert. Back out to Stone. He's got Cunningham coming from the opposite side. Rebound, though, on Cunningham's miss is Casey. And a little run by Madisonville here, 8-0 run. Has this game tied back up at 36. Inside to Smiley. Smiley goes up, left-handed shot, no good. Branch with the rebound. He'll go up, puts a shot up, no good, rolls out. Ball loose on the floor. And I think somebody must have fouled Casey. Did they get Smiley with the
I don't know who they
call
got
on that one? I didn't see a lot on that one.
I just
No, foul is on Boyd. That's his second. The foul's really mounting up for the Tigers. 5 already in the quarter. Stone over to number 23, Parker, in the ball game. To Cunningham, left side, back out to Stone to Parker. Parker cuts through the zone. I think they're going to call the foul on the floor. But Madisonville will be at the line the rest of the way in this one. 6 fouls already on the Tigers. 3rd on Branch. And a full timeout called by Coach K as he sees momentum well in the hands of Madisonville. We'll take a quick timeout along with them and be right back. You're listening to Tiger Basketball on 1580, 103.3 WPKY, and worldwide at WPKYonline.com.
It's tax time. Why not spend your tax refunds locally? Check out the great selection and prices at Brantley Furniture in Princeton. They have a lot of new merchandise coming in weekly. Living rooms, bedrooms, dining rooms, recliners, accent pieces, accessories, artwork, gifts, and more. Use their 12-month same as cash and pay when you get your tax return. Or use their layaway plan and use your tax refund to take it home. Brantley Furniture in the historic downtown Princeton.
Back to Tiger Sports on 1580, 103.3 WPKY, and worldwide at WPKYonline.com.
And welcome back to the gym. 4 minutes, 8 seconds to go. Score tied. And for the call here, the final 4 minutes, 8 seconds of the third quarter, my partner, Dennis Stevens.
Thank you, Bob. Madisonville to inbound. They get it into Stone. Underneath to Casey. Has it knocked loose. He recovers, puts the shot up, no good. And Casey came straight down on top of Branch. And, Bob, if that's Casey, that's number 4. We'll make sure before they put it up. And it is Kayshawn Casey. 4 fouls and still 4 minutes left to go in the third quarter.
Makes it a little bit more even with him not being in there underneath the basket.
That'll bring Vaughn in, and much better matchup for Cole Smiley on that. Boyd shot up and good. Tried to draw the foul. Madisonville tries to come back quickly the other way with Stone. Good cut off by Branch. Back over to Stone for 3. Good. Keyshawn Stone gives Madisonville the 1-point lead. Much like the girls' game, this one looks to come down to the wire. Boyd from 10 feet doesn't get the roll. And Smiley's going to be called with a little touch foul over the back of Vaughn. And Vaughn will go to the free throw line for 1 in the bonus at the other end. 3rd foul on Smiley. Got to bring Cole out of the ball game and send Jude East in, 6'3" junior. Vaughn at the line for Madisonville.
His first trip to the line tonight.
Free throw good. Davis back in the ball game. Branch will come out. Vaughn trying to give Madisonville a 3-point lead. Off the rim, no good. Rebound, Darian Boyd. Tries to get down the court quickly. Puts a shot up and doesn't get the roll. Gets his own rebound. Foul called, though, on the floor. Bob Boyd got contact coming across half court. They got contact on the double team down low. So they're going to call the foul on the rebound. Foul's going to be on number 32. That's Jordan Vaughn, his 3rd. Inbounds pass to Boyd underneath, up and in. Darian Boyd ties it up at 40. Cunningham with it now, back to Stone for Madisonville. 2-3 zone by the Tigers. Parker out front to White. Back over to Stone. He'll try another 3. No good. Rebound knocked out by East. They get it up to Fralix, 2-on-1. And it's Blaine, has it blocked. Parker picks it up, comes the other way. Kicks it over to White. Caldwell County missed a chance there on 2-on-1.
Jump ball.
And it's going to be a travel called on Vaughn as Boyd was able to reach a hand in and keep a hand on it. I think that's a good call. They could have called a tie-up, but Vaughn did walk with it. Checking in the ball game is going to be Gilbert. Cunningham's going to go out for the Maroons. So probably the smallest lineup that Madisonville will put on the floor at any point. White's still a big kid out there, but that's everybody else matches up pretty well with Caldwell. Davis quickly down the court, hands it off to Riley in the corner. Back out to Fralix, top of the key. Fralix giving up a lot of size on the mismatch to White. Back over to Riley. Riley wanted to drive, gets it back to Fralix, open for three, top of the key, no good. Blaine had a tip on the rebound, but it comes down to Madisonville. They get it into the corner to Stone. Stone cut off along the baseline. Stolen away by Blaine. Blaine going the other way. Dipsy Doodle up and in. Javarius Blaine with a great pick and steal. On the other end is Jude East with the deflection out of bounds. And that's got the crowd going full force. 42-40. Caldwell County leads this one, 2:02. Kind of the Chuck Woolery Love connection. It's going to take 2 and 2 on the commercial. White drives into the lane, down low to Vaughn. Vaughn misses the shot. I think we got away with a bump in the back on Vaughn. Caldwell quickly the other way. Davis up and in with the layup. Lead back out to 4 for the Tigers. Caldwell weathered a run by Madisonville, now pulled back out to a 2-bucket lead. 1:36 left to go in the third quarter. Cunningham back in for Madisonville. Underneath to Vaughn. Vaughn has it blocked by Boyd. Boyd is going to be fouled on the sideline by Parker. Blocking foul on Parker, and that'll send, well, it's just 5 on Madisonville, so Caldwell County will inbound. 1:23 to go. East picks. Boyd drives up and in. Darian Boyd. 46-40, Caldwell County. White wants to try to get inside the zone. Hands it off to Parker. Over to Gilbert. Gilbert drives the baseline up and in. Timeout called after the make by Madisonville. And it's going to be a full. We'll take a quick timeout. Be right back. This is Tiger Basketball on 1580, 103.3 WPKY, and worldwide at WPKYonline.com.
I got mine at Audubell.
I got mine at Audubell.
I got my hearing aid at Audubell.
As a psychiatrist, I have to listen to my patients very well. And Audubell gave me my ears back.
And they've really changed my life.
I've been wearing hearing aids for 50 years, and Audubell is by far the best hearing aid.
I'm Donnie Baker, helping you hear well at Audubell.
Call Audubell for your free hearing test, 554-1900.
Back to Tiger Sports on 1580, 103.3 WPKY, and worldwide at WPKYonline.com.
And we're back to action here at the Cab. 1 minute, 4 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Caldwell County up 46-42. Madisonville to inbound the ball. Or actually Caldwell County to inbound the ball and bring it the length of the floor on that last foul. And for the call here, my partner, Dennis Stevens.
Thank you, Bob. Madisonville comes with a 1-2-2 trap, length of the court. Caldwell County works it over to Fralix. Back to Boyd, up court to Blaine. Blaine to Riley. Riley spin move, shot up and in. Darius Riley with a couple of circus shots tonight.
Dr. J, the reemergence.
That went over a much bigger Vaughn. Caldwell County back out by 6. Cunningham drives baseline, running one-hander, no good. Vaughn the rebound, throws a shot up, no good. Hits the deck, and he's going to go to the free throw line for a chance to pick it up there. Foul is going to be on Blaine. 8th foul of the quarter for Caldwell County. First, though, on Blaine. Vaughn, free throw, good. Madisonville playing most of this half so far without Kayshawn Casey on the bench with 4 fouls. Picked up the 4th one early in the quarter. Second free throw, good. 48-44, 37 seconds left for the Tigers. They get it over to Riley. Riley double team, back to Blaine. Riley's going to get called for dragging the pivot foot. Travel on Caldwell, gives it back to Madisonville, side out in front of their own bench. Caldwell County rests into that 2-3 zone. Parker at the free throw line throws it away. Good hustle by Blaine. Madisonville, though, comes up with it. Top of the key, it's Gilbert. Gilbert got away with a charge, dumps it underneath to Vaughn. 2-point ball game. Caldwell County quickly the other way. Boyd, short jumper, no good. Madisonville still with 7 seconds on the clock. It's Parker guarded by Blaine. Into the corner, Cunningham. Shot no good. And the rebound attempt tipped back up is after the buzzer. So after 3 quarters of play, it's Caldwell County 48, Madisonville 46. Back in 30 seconds, you're listening to Tiger Basketball on 1580, 103.3 WPKY, and worldwide at WPKYonline.com.
Now, the all-new 2019 Silverado from Chevrolet with the steely-eyed front end that will surely grab your attention. Space, comfort, and convenience all found in its accommodating interior with built-in 4G LTE Wi-Fi makes communicating simple. The new Silverado is mostly steel, unlike Ford, who went with aluminum for better fuel mileage. The Silverado gets you 22 mpg on highway and a stronger truck. The all-new Chevrolet Silverado will still be the most dependable, longest-lasting truck you will ever own. Tri-Hughes Incorporated, Highway 91, Princeton.
Back to Tiger Sports on 1580, 103.3 WPKY, and worldwide at WPKYonline.com.
And welcome back to the Cab. Fourth quarter action about to ensue. Remind you the fourth quarter is being brought to you by Cozy Living Interiors and Boutique, located next to the bowling alley in Princeton. Beautiful furniture and baby furniture, gifts and registry. Cozy Living, everything a home should be. And for the call here in the fourth quarter, my partner, Dennis Stevens.
Thank you, Bob. Madisonville with possession. Going against that zone for Caldwell County. Cole Smiley back in the ball game for the Tigers. Shot up by White, no good. Rebound to Fralix. Fralix had a couple of players up front. Well covered, though, by Madisonville. They'll work it back around. It's Blaine bumped as he comes towards the lane. Shot up, no good. Rebound to White. White outlet pass as Parker gets behind everybody. Left-handed shot up and in. And we're tied at 48. Fralix with an easy turnover and bucket by Madisonville's Gilbert. That's one that's just a gift for Madisonville. Now Davis trapped in the backcourt, gets it up to Fralix. Fralix has some contact, goes into the lane, shot up and in. Caden Fralix. Coach K wants a quick timeout here early in the fourth quarter, and it's a full timeout, so we'll take a timeout with them. You're listening to Tiger Basketball on 1580, 103.3 WPKY, and worldwide at WPKYonline.com.
Located at 208 North Jefferson Street, it's locally owned and operated with a strong, sincere focus on customer service. Planters Bank has a diverse team of seasoned professionals in Western Kentucky and Clarksville, Tennessee. Since first opening their doors, Planters Bank has made a name for itself as an energetic player in the financial services market. Stop by and talk to the friendly folks at Planters and find out about the You Choose Rewards program. Planters Bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Back to Tiger Sports on 1580, 103.3 WPKY, and worldwide at WPKYonline.com.
Welcome back to the Cab. We're all knotted up here. 7 minutes, 8 seconds remaining in the game. We're tied 50-50. Madisonville to inbound the ball and bring it to the length of the floor. And for the call, my partner, Dennis Stevens.
Thank you, Bob. This one's coming down to the wire, tied at 50. It's Gilbert to bring it across the timeline. Caldwell County is going to come out of that zone, go man-to-man out of the timeout. It's Blaine on Gilbert. Gilbert tries to drive, puts the shot up and in. Got by Blaine on the crossover. And it's Madisonville back out in front. Caldwell breaks the press down to Boyd. Boyd down low to Smiley. Left-handed shot, no good. Tipped up and controlled by Boyd. Great play by Boyd to tip it out to an open area. Boyd off the pick, bounces in the lane, dumps it off, but nobody home for Caldwell County. Steal by Madisonville, and it's White back the other way. A lot of contact. White gives it away to Parker. Parker puts the shot up, no good, but he'll go to the free throw line for a couple of free tosses.
Parker not been to the line yet tonight.
So Marquise Parker gets his first try. First one up, and good.
Foul was on Caden Fralix, his first of the game.
This one still the number 1 seed up for grabs. But Caldwell County is going to have to pull off the upset here over Madisonville. Second free throw is good. 54-50 Madisonville. This press has caused Caldwell County a little bit of trouble. We've given up some buckets off of it. Another steal by the Tigers. And the shot converted on the other end by White. So Madisonville bringing the press. Coach K wants a full timeout. And Coach Gray is making it clear what Mr. Blaine needs to do on the to break the press in no uncertain terms. It is a full timeout. We'll take a quick break and be right back. This is Tiger Basketball on 1580, 103.3 WPKY.
La Pontesina Mexican Restaurant in Princeton or Marion. Maria's specials are a local favorite you're sure to love. Or you might want to try the new street tacos. Tacos de asada, tacos de carnita, or tacos de chorizo. La Pontesina is now open 7 days a week, Monday through Thursday, 11 to 9, Friday and Saturday, 11 to 9:30, and Sundays, 11 to 9. And they offer lunch specials Monday through Friday, 11 to 3. Be sure to like them on Facebook for updates and specials. La Pontesina Mexican Restaurant in Princeton or Marion.
Back to Tiger Sports on 1580, 103.3 WPKY and worldwide at WPKYonline.com.
And welcome back to the Cab. 6 minutes, 7 seconds remaining. Caldwell County to inbound in for the call. My partner, Dennis Stevens.
Thank you, Bob. Caldwell County tries to get it up court against this zone press that's caused them some trouble here in the late in the third and early in the fourth quarter. Caldwell breaks it this time, gets it back out to Fralix. Had the open three, now covered by Gilbert. Get it over to Davis. Davis is going to be switched off on by Gilbert to Boyd. Boyd has Cunningham, goes off the Fralix pick. And it's going to be called on the floor, a foul called on the floor on the drive by Boyd. I think that's Cunningham with the foul for Madisonville, his second. Caldwell County will shoot free throws the rest of the way now as they inbound it off the baseline to Davis. Davis picks up his dribble out to Fralix. Caldwell County needs a score on this possession, Bob. It's kind of slipped away a little bit after they had the lead at 44-40. Branch hits the ground. Boyd drives into the lane, has it knocked away, but he's going to go to the free throw line. I think that's back-to-back fouls on Cunningham. Third foul on Cunningham. And Boyd will have 2 Lake Barkley CrossFit free throws. Try to break this run by Madisonville. First one up and good. On the floor right now for Caldwell County, it's Smiley, Fralix, Boyd, Branch, and Davis. Second free throw, no good. Rebound to big Kenny White for Madisonville. Still a lot of time to go. Caldwell County down by 5, 56-51. 2-3 zone by the Tigers. Parker has it out front, over to Stone. Branch is going to come out and force the time on him. Cunningham gets it now back to Stone. Madisonville looks like they want to pull Caldwell County out of this zone. Back over to White. White looking to drive between Davis and Branch. Instead, kicks it off to Gilbert. Madisonville eating some clock here. Parker now underneath to Cunningham. Cunningham throws a shot up and in. Madisonville kind of lulled Caldwell County to sleep, and now they've opened up a 7-point lead. Tigers get it up the court to Davis. Davis pulls up at the free throw line. Jumper, good. John Davis with the bucket, 58-53, Madisonville. Deflection out of bounds off the hand of Boyd. Cunningham will put it in play for Madisonville. Smiley's going to come out, and it's going to be Riley in the ball game. So Riley's got to stay in. They were going to take it.
Yeah, Casey is now checked back in.
It's a substitution back out, so we're going to pull Trip Branch out and put Smiley back in with Casey into the ball game. Casey has those 4 fouls. Madisonville has really done their damage here late in the third, early in the fourth with that press. White pulls up, left-handed prayer up off the board and in. Got up in the air, just slung it. And Madisonville back out in front by 7. Riley tries to drive baseline, has it knocked out of bounds. It'll stay Tiger basketball as we're a little over halfway through the fourth quarter. Boyd with 3, left wing, no good. Rebound comes down to Riley, out to Fralix. Fralix drives the lane, one-hander up, no good. Casey with the rebound. Caldwell with a couple open looks, not able to convert, and it's Madisonville back the other way. Kenny White guarded by Boyd. Caldwell County's come out of that zone, man-to-man now, as Fralix guards Cunningham. Cunningham drives, caught on the baseline. They throw it back out to Gilbert. Gilbert with a good shot up in the middle. And the biggest lead of the night for Madisonville at 9. Fralix back the other way. Over to Smiley. Smiley left-handed up off the board. Farmers Bank shot Cole Smiley. And the lead back down to 7. White out front, guarded by Boyd. Davis now on Gilbert. Davis picks, switches over to Blaine. Gilbert drives around, dishes off to Casey. Casey misses the close jumper, and it's Riley with the rebound. Riley drives the lane, has it taken away, got a little out of control on that one. Madisonville quickly the other way, and it's up and in. Easy bucket for Kenny White. 9-point lead again for the Maroons. Davis across midcourt. Gets it underneath to Smiley. Three-pointer for Fralix, no good. Rebound comes down to Riley. Back over to Boyd. Boyd drives baseline. Pulls up from 12, up and in. And a full timeout called by Coach K after the make. So we'll be right back ourselves. Right now it's 64-57 Madisonville. This is Tiger basketball on 1580, 103.3 WPKY and worldwide at WPKYonline.com.
Why it's important to buy your medications from a locally owned community pharmacy? It's all about caring for you and knowing what's best for you and your family. A 1-800 number or a big chain store don't know you or your family. Princeton Drug Store has offered personalized, compassionate care since their inception in 1886. They'll help you save money with coupons at princetondrugstore.com. They even offer free delivery. Plus, they give back to a hometown that matters to you. Princeton Drug Store, standing the test of time.
Back to Tiger Sports on 1580, 103.3 WPKY and worldwide at WPKYonline.com.
Welcome back to the cab, and the ball is inbounded, and for the call, my partner, Dennis Stevens.
Thank you, Bob. 2:08 left to go in the ball game. Caldwell trails this one by 7. Trip Branch on Gilbert. Gilbert drives, Stone drives, dishes off to White. They'll put it underneath to Casey, and Smiley's going to get called for the foul from the back. Big Kayshawn Casey will go to the line for the Maroons. First free throw, good. He'll get one more. Second shot, good. Caldwell County trails now by 9. They led at the half by 2. A little 2-2-1 trap has caused Caldwell County a lot of trouble. Fralick's up the court to Branch. Branch slips, steps on the sideline. Turnover gives it back to Madisonville. Caldwell having all kinds of trouble with that 1-2-2, the length of the court, Bob. These passes are long, and we have just not been able to handle it the better part of this quarter. Turnover gives it back to Madisonville. Branch has the foul. That'll send number 5, Keyshawn Stone, to the line. As Madisonville tries to ice this one away from the stripe.
Stone not yet been at the line tonight.
First free throw is good. First double-digit lead of the night for either team. It's Madisonville with a 10-point lead, 67-57. Second free throw, no good. Cole Smiley with the rebound. Boyd quickly the other way. Caldwell's got to get something done in a hurry. Boyd's fouled on the drive by number 23, Parker. Casey's going to check back in, and Parker will come out of the ball game. That's 4 fouls on Parker. That'll send Darren Boyd to the line. First free throw, good. He'll get another Lake Barkley CrossFit free throw. Lake Barkley CrossFit has classes designed for anyone at any fitness level, always free to come and try. That's Lake Barkley CrossFit. Second free throw rolls in. Checking in is going to be Blaine for the Tigers. Offense, defense substitutions as Smiley comes out of the ball game. Casey back by himself for Madisonville. Caldwell County's going to foul before it gets anywhere near Casey. This one's going to go on Fralick's. Caldwell County's got to hope that Madisonville goes cold from the line, but so far tonight they've done a pretty good job at the stripe.
Whereas the women from Madisonville made their free throws coming down the stretch. We're hoping for a miss.
Number 5, Stone at the stripe. Good. Smiley back in. Blaine out of the ball game. Second free throw coming up for Stone. This one also good. Lead back out to 10. Boyd over to Davis. Davis dribbles up, gets it up the court to Smiley. Smiley had a wide open Branch, overthrew him out of bounds along the baseline. Turnover back to Madisonville with a minute and a half to go. And Bob, that may have been the dagger. We'll see what happens, but a long way to go for Caldwell County in a minute and a half. They're going to foul White. Only a second comes off the clock, but Kenny White will go to the free throw line for the Maroons.
Madisonville 7 out of 8 from the line here in the second half.
Third foul on Darian Boyd. Free throw no good. Parker back in the ball game for Madisonville. Second free throw good. Biggest lead of the night now for the Maroons. Davis to inbound to Fralick's. Fralick's back over to Davis. Davis pulls it up, back to Fralick's. Fralick's across the timeline, looks up the court, drives, layup, good. And Caden Fralick's will go to the free throw line. And he'll try to finish off a three-point play. Casey's going to check back in for the Maroons. As Fralick's will step to the line for a Lake Barkley CrossFit free throw. Fourth foul on Cunningham. A couple of Maroon players with 4 right now. Free throw, good. And they counted the basket. A little confusion by the referees. It's Madisonville basketball. I thought if you would like to give us a 4-point play, we'll take it. And whistle called as no time came off the clock. Foul is committed by Caldwell County's Fralick's. Let's see who they'll put at the line. Looks like it's going to be Keyshawn Stone.
Stone is 3 out of 4 tonight from the stripe. Automatic 2 shots for Madisonville here.
First one is good. Smiley and Branch back into the ball game as Riley will come out. And also Blaine comes out. Second free throw rattles but goes. 10-point lead. Minute 18 to go. Madisonville still with the press. Davis in the backcourt, gets it up to Fralix. Now Fralix breaks the press, comes up, puts a running layup up, no good. Cunningham had the rebound, stolen away by Fralix. Off the leg of a Madisonville player. It'll go Caldwell County's way underneath their own basket with 1:05 to play. Boyd into Branch, back to Boyd. Boyd goes up, hangs, gets fouled on the play by White. Shot's no good, but Boyd will get a couple of Lake Barkley CrossFit free throws. Caldwell County with a chance to score with the clock stopped. A minute 2. Tigers down by 10. First one is good. Big Casey back in the ball game for Madisonville. Boyd's second free throw rolls and goes. Lead back down to 8. Still a 3-possession ball game. Madisonville able to hit their free throws well so far. Riley goes for the steal on Stone, doesn't get it, commits the foul, so Stone will take a familiar trip back to the free throw line. Just under 1 minute to go here in the ball game. Caldwell County a much better performance, just like the girls' game here in the rematch. First shot by Stone is in. Riley and Blaine out for the Tigers. Branch and Smiley back in. Second free throw coming up for Stone. This one goes. 10-point lead, just under a minute. Boyd back over to Davis, to Fralix. Fralix will bring it across, up to Branch. Branch is going to drive baseline, put the short jumper up off the board, no good. Gets his own rebound, up and in. And Caldwell County is going to foul Cunningham on the other end. That's Davis with the foul. Caldwell County trying as best they can to pick up a possession by way of a foul, but Madisonville doing their part and hitting just about every free throw they've taken. Now Cunningham at the line. This one up, no good. Cunningham will get his second. Free throw, good. 9-point lead, 45 seconds to go. Caldwell gets it into Boyd. Caldwell with numbers, 3-on-2. Smiley up and in. And referee called an official timeout. Into the ball game is Riley and Blaine for Caldwell County. Gilbert to put it in for Madisonville. Gilbert running the baseline, throws it up. Cunningham does get it. Caldwell County knocks it away. Cunningham with it underneath. He was looking for Casey, picked off by Boyd. 31 seconds to go. Boyd underneath. Way too hard a pass for Fralix. And he goes out of bounds. Caldwell County misses a golden opportunity. And Madisonville gets it back. It's going to be Stone fouled by Fralix.
Missed a golden opportunity then to have a shot. We didn't even get the shot off.
Yeah, an empty possession is not where you want to be.
In fact, I thought we might
7.
be trying to set up somebody shooting from 3, Dennis. But we were trying to go inside with it.
Stone at the free throw line. Misses. Branch and Smiley back in. Blaine and Riley back to the bench. Three-point shooters on the floor for the Tigers. Second free throw is good. 8-point lead. Caldwell gets it into Fralix. Right back to Boyd. Boyd knocked to the ground, keeps his dribble somehow, still has the ball along the baseline. Little jumper up and in. And Caldwell County's going to foul White with 15 seconds even to go, and the Tigers trailing by 6. Madisonville's going to send Kenny White to the free throw line. 5 fouls on John Davis. That'll pull him out of the game. You figure Riley or Blaine one will come in for him. It's going to be Riley off the bench. Caldwell County is going to send out Fralix, Boyd, Smiley, Branch, and Riley. The big Kenny White at the free throw line.
Kenny so far tonight is 3 out of 5.
First one gets the roll barely over the front of the rim. That was a big one, makes it a 3-possession ball game. Second shot, good. Caldwell gets it into Fralix. Fralix has it tipped away by White. White goes in, tries to go for the slam. Ball still gets the roll in. 80-70, Madisonville, as Boyd will try a three-pointer at the buzzer, no good. Final here from the Cab is Madisonville 80, Caldwell County 70. We'll be back with the Trilogy Performance Sports postgame show coming your way in just about 3 minutes. This is Tiger Basketball on 1580, 103.3 WPKY, and worldwide at WPKYonline.com.
This is Donnie Baker, owner of Audubell Hearing Center, and I am surprised that so many people still haven't heard about our new office location.